Behold, my servant whom I uphold,
my chosen, in whom my soul delights.
I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations. He will not cry or lift up his voice,
or make it heard in the street. A bruised reed he will not break,
and a dimly burning wick he will not quench.
He will faithfully
bring forth justice.
He will not fail or be discouraged
till he has established justice in the earth.
Who has believed what we have heard,
and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? For he grew up before him like a young plant, and like a root out of dry ground.
He had no form or comeliness
that we should look at him,
and no beauty
that we should desire him.
He was despised and
rejected by men,
a man of sorrow,
and acquainted with grief,
and as one from whom men
hide their faces.
He was despised, and
we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs
and carried our sorrows.
Yet we esteemed him
stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted.
But he was wounded for our transgressions.
He was bruised for our iniquities.
Upon him was the chastisement that made us whole.
And with his stripes
we are healed. All like sheep we have gone astray.
We have turned everyone to his own way.
And the Lord has laid on him
the iniquity of us all.
Justice is far from us, and righteousness does not reach us.
We look for light,
but
all is darkness.
For brightness, but we walk in deep shadows.
Like the blind, we grope along the wall, feeling our way like men without eyes.
At midday we stumble
as if it were twilight.
Among the strong, we are like the dead. We all growl like bears.
We moan mournfully like doves.
We look for justice, but find none.
For deliverance, but it is far from
us. Justice is driven back,
and righteousness stands at a distance.
Truth has stumbled in the streets,
and honesty cannot enter.
Truth
is nowhere to be found, and whoever shuns becomes.
You felt secure in
your wickedness. You said, "No one sees me."
Your wisdom and knowledge
led you astray. You said in your heart, "I am, and there is no one besides me."
But evil shall come upon you,
for which we cannot atone.
Disaster shall fall on us,
which we will not be able to expiate,
and ruin shall come upon us suddenly,
of which we know nothing.
The Lord saw it and was displeased that there was
no justice.
He saw that there was
no one to intervene,
so his own arm
worked salvation.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet.
Declare to my people their rebellion,
and to the house of Jacob their sins.
For day after day they seek me out.
They seem eager to know my ways,
as if they were a nation that does what is right,
and does not forsake the commands of its God.
They ask me for just decisions, and seem eager for God to come near.
Why have we fasted and you have not seen it? Why have we humbled ourselves and you have not noticed?
Yet on the day of your fasting you do as you please. Your fasting ends in quarreling and strife, and in striking each other with wicked fists.
You cannot fast as you do today, and expect your voice
to be heard on high.
Is this the kind of fast that I have chosen?
Only a day
for a man to humble himself? Is it only for bowing one's head like a reed, and for lying on sackcloth and ashes?
Is this what you call a fast?
A day acceptable to the Lord?
Our offenses are many in your sight,
and our sins testify against us.
Our offenses are ever with us,
and we know our iniquities.
Is not this the fast that I have chosen?
To loose the bonds of wickedness,
to undo the thongs of the yoke,
to set the oppressed free,
and to break every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry,
and bring the homeless poor into your house?
When you see the naked, to cover him,
and to not turn away from your own
flesh and blood?
Do this in remembrance of me.
Then our light shall shine forth like the dawn.
And our healing shall quickly appear.
Our righteousness shall go before us,
And the glory of the Lord shall be our rear guard.
Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You will cry,
And he will say, Here I am.
If we do away with the yoke of oppression,
With the pointing finger and malicious talk,
if we spend ourselves on behalf of the hungry
and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then our light will shine in the darkness, and our night will become like the noonday. The Lord will guide us always,
He will satisfy our needs in a sun-scorched land.
and will strengthen our frame. We will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail.
You will rebuild the ancient ruins, and will raise up the
Age-old foundations.
You will be called
Repairers of the breach, and restorers of the streets with dwellings.
Behold, the arm of the Lord is not too short to save,
Or his ears too dull to hear.
the Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on you.
Because the Lord has anointed us to preach good news to the poor,
He has sent us to bind up the brokenhearted,
to proclaim freedom for the captives
and release for the prisoners,
to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn, and to provide for those who grieve in Zion.